Hello, hello. Oh, hello, everyone. Ellen here. I hope you are all having a lovely Tuesday. Once again, just putting things away here. Same story as normal here. It's wet. It was sprinkling this morning when I dropped the car off to get serviced, and it had a big rain, and now it's just wet. So another wet Tuesday. We've got a couple of weeks of rain predicted, which is lovely because we had quite a dry winter, so it's nice that the garden and everything can get washed away. Hello, Miss Jamie. I was just reading a news article about you, Miss J. It is a bit chilly. Like, I've got back out the winter weight things just without extra layers. So welcome to my Facebook Live. So all this conversation is happening at Facebook. I will be putting up a replay on YouTube later this afternoon. So my name is Ellen Woodbridge. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. So hello, Peggy. What that means for you is I sell Stampin' Up! Products, and I come on here twice a week, once a week on Facebook and once a week on YouTube to share how I use our products and to provide some creative coaching for you, a little bit of collaboration, and a whole lot of fun. So we have a great time together. Welcome, Colleen. We have a great time together. We chat. Quite often you guys choose what I'm going to use. Today is a pre-planned card. I'm finally sharing my cards from class and my team meeting. We are using, and this is very exciting, the Great Tidings stamp set. Well, I'm actually using the whole bundle. And as of tomorrow, this is retiring. And part of that retiring is it is going to be 50% off the stamp set and 50% off the die set. So don't buy it as a bundle because you only save 10% as a bundle. And if you join our last day of our joining special, which is in Australia, save $39 on your starter kit, you will then receive an extra 20% off this. I know one of the girls that has signed as my Wicked Woodies team this month is desperate for this and was going to get it as part of her kit. And I went, whoa, don't. I can save you 70% off that. And she went, say what? And I said, yes, I can save you 70% off this. And she went, sold, I'm in. So she got other products in her starter kit, and she's going to get the 50% off customer discount stacked on with the 20% customer discount. So I have to show you this card today, and as I said, I made it with my team. I made it with in 2 classes this month. I had 2 classes this month, and I had some brand new stampers, and they love this card. They love the colouring in. I had two young girls, both in primary school, and their mum, and they were all new stampers, and they had an amazing time. Now, I have had lots of people join. Hello, Mr. Linda. Hello, Roz. Hello, Linda. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you're saying hi. Now, Facebook is telling me something here that I have stars enabled. So apparently you can send me a star while I am live. So if you want to try that out, I won't say no. So yes, very exciting. So a quickie looky at the card we're making. So we're using 3 Wisemen, using the Stamparatus, and using our Stampin' blends. So that's what we're making. I have done a bit of colouring already. I've done a bit of pre-stamping. I've pre-done die cut things, but I've still got a lot of colouring to do. So let's hang together colour. I'll also show you the other cards I've made with this set over our mini catalogue time period. Thank you, Delinda. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, we will get chatting. Now, I do have my second screen, so please tell me how your Thanksgiving was for those who are in the US. I know I've got a couple of you in here. I'm just trying, and I'm so sorry, my chair has suddenly turned squeaky and it's being very, very rude. And my laptop, there we go, now it's not working. It went off the page I wanted it to. How rude. And right, let's make sure I'm muted. No. Yes. Let's go. I am clicking to expand. Awesome. I can now see everyone's comments. Yay. Right. I'm still getting a hang of doing this again because it's all new and different for me, even though I've been alive. Oh, nice, Delinda. I'm glad you're able to see both of them. So it's lovely you spent some time with your brother and a friend. I think that's the best way round, that you could spend time with numerous people. So let's flick us around, turn off my overhead light so we don't have the horrible shadows. Hello, Melissa, and welcome. Okay, now I need to flick this back around. Ta-da! Right, I'm getting a hang of this Facebook Live thing again. I'm very impressed with myself. Okay, I'm going to turn off... Oh no, it says my live video has ended, but it has not. How very bizarre. I will refresh my screen, and I've still got 6 people in here so far. Louisa may come and join us. She's just snoozing outside my door on her bed, so she may join us at some stage. So these are the products we're using. Let me get back up this video. Okay, so I am thinking, just for ease of use, we're going to start with all the stamping. So I will show you a bit of, excuse me, a bit of a close-up. I've used the Stamparatus and I've got a jig for our Wisemen. I've also used the Stamparatus for the sentiment, and I've got the 3 gifts here just behind the sentiment. So the colours we've used: Misty Moonlight, Balmy Blue, I've used So Saffron, Pale Papaya, Mint Macaron. I've used a mixture on the gold crowns. I've used my ivory and my bronze, and I have used grey granite. So I thought this was regal without being super deep regals. So I wanted to be a bit different. And yes, I just wanted to be a bit different and not go like super deep regal. Okay, so I have, you can see here, this is a blank one. So I have a collection of my Wisemen here. I'm not sure, and you can tell me whether you're up for a bit of a longer video and you would like me to colour all the Wisemen. So you tell me. So I've got this all set up on Stamparatus. So how I made the jig. This is a piece of thick Whisper White paper. So or cardstock. What I did, I put my Wisemen on the paper, closed the Stamparatus lid, picked them up. Okay, then I took my dies and I cut out the 3 Wisemen. I've kept this piece of paper and I haven't moved the stamps. So then when I put our Wisemen that I have separately die cut, I can puzzle piece them in here, because they are 3 very separate Wisemen or kings, depending on which way you look at it. And I've got a rogue one here, so I'll stamp him separately in a second. So I've got them puzzle pieced in, so technically these should stamp beautifully. This is technically, actually, I do just like sliding a stamp set under here, and it makes it that the lid or flap, whichever way you want to say it, of the Stampin' is nice and flat, makes it really easy to ink up. So we're using Memento ink as I drop it, because we're using our Stampin' blends, which are an alcohol based. Oh, I missed his face completely. Right, a bit more pressure. I did try using my whiteboard marker, but didn't quite work for our man here. Now he's got a bit of a double stamping situation, but do you know what? I'm totally cool with that, because the double stamping situation is actually quite light. Now the good thing about using the Stampin' is these lines aren't dark enough. They're a bit blotchy, so nothing has moved. I have re-stamped and I get to go in all over again and re-stamp. Okay, this one's a bit bodged, but the rest of them are fine. Oh, I know. Oh, thank you for sending me a star, Jamie. Oh, no problems, Jay. No probs. Oh, thank you for the stars, Delinda. Okay, I don't know how these stars work, but I will find out how they work now that you've sent them. I don't know. But I do appreciate it. And you know I appreciate all the comments and banter and bagging out. Let's be frank, there's a lot of bagging out during my lives, and that's okay. I'm here for it. If you have constructive criticism or you do something differently to me, tell us, because I have changed a lot of things over the years because someone has told me a better way to do it, and I have gone, yes. Why haven't I done that forever? So I've just got my middle one here that I'm going to ink up. And any extra Wisemen that I have, I've got the insides of these to use. So I have some plans to use any extras for different cards. So my plan is any extras, take them to karate while I'm watching the kids do karate and sit there and colour them, because that is a good use of my time. Oh no, you guys are kind to me, Delinda. Very, very kind. Okay, so that's good. They can sit there and dry for a few minutes, because I do want that ink to dry before I go in with my Stampin' blend. So I just have my chamois. I will, when I finally take these off, I will use the Stampin' mist. But right for now, this is very soggy and wet. I did spray it and I really didn't need to. I'm going to leave this on here in case I need more Wisemen, that I can just quickly die cut them, pop them in, and then I am ready to go. So I'm going to come in here now with our Great Tidings of, no, Good Tidings of Great Joy Sentiment. Okay, I'm going to check which of how many of my card fronts I actually have stamped and how many I haven't. That one's stamped but without the gifts. That one is stamped without the gifts. That one is completely done, and this one needs this. Okay, so I have lined it up so I pop this whole piece into the corner of my Stamparatus. I'm going to take my Misty Moonlight ink that matches the card base. Okay, so this is Balmy Blue, and I'm going to use Misty Moonlight because they are pretty much a match made in heaven. Now that is just a little blotchy, which is fine because I'm just going to go again and get a beautifully crisp image. Hey Lisa, how are you? I was just watching on YouTube another Canadian crafter before I went live, and I had to leave her video to go live myself. So next I'm going to bring in our 3 gifts, which is gold, frankincense and myrrh. I wear gold, and I do have frankincense and myrrh oils actually. Very expensive they are. Now, what am I after? I, on my first couple of cards, did use the matching Balmy Blue ink pad Stamped Off. Now, for a class, that was a little bit inconvenient, so I have grabbed my Versamark, which is a watermark ink pad. So this will create a lovely watermark. Now, most of my girls did say they liked it stamped twice, so it doesn't look like much to start off with, but it does darken up. So it is just subtle, and as it dries it will become darker, but I will give it a little double stamp here. I love that the Stamparatus is magnetic, so I can literally just pop that magnet down and know that I can do this double stamping and nothing will move on me. Doing well, -1 and snowy. Hey Jay, what's the temperature here? I love having someone local, because I think it was going to be a top of 24 today, but I don't reckon it's 24 out there. I reckon it's below 20 degrees, and what we're meant to start summer tomorrow. So the first day of summer for us is tomorrow, and it's still raining cold. I'm wearing a pair of leggings. I know in my Facebook memories, I had a memory of being a 43-degree day last week, however many years ago, and I went, well, we haven't even hit that. It's 21 degrees. There you go. Thank you, Miss J. Now, I am going to be smart and close this ink pad, because we all know what's going to happen. I'm going to put my hand in it and get stuff everywhere. Okay, so let's bring all of our things in. So I need 4 sets. I don't think I'm going to get all of this done, but let's get our men. Should be wise people, shouldn't it? If we really want to be PC, it should be wise people now. 1, 2.
I didn't get that.
Yep, go away. Siri is so rude. 1. So that's 4 of him. I don't even think I have 4, to tell you the truth. I have 3 of him. I have 5 of him. Yeah, I don't even have that many. So we might just complete 2 cards, maybe. Might just complete 2, and I will leave the rest to complete after a session at karate. How about that? Okay, so put these specialty ink pads away. I have a few of the Stampin' Right markers. So I've used mint macarons, so saffron, and pale papaya. But what I am going to grab to start with is a messy mat, because I'm going to make probably a big mess. So let me tip these markers out. I just had them in a basket, corralling them so they weren't rolling around on my desk. This is my messy mat. I'm just going to leave all this stuff. There's stuff everywhere, people. You wouldn't think I did actually have a clean desk before this, but anyway, so I'm going to start with skin and beads and gifts and all of those types of things, and crowns. So for everyone's face and hands and their hair, I'm grabbing the ivory and the bronze pair of blends. Now, because these are such small images, I'm literally just dabbing on. I'm not doing any second layers. I am just dabbing on just like that. So go through, dab on just so they're not white as ghosts, because that would never be a good look. Okay, fingers and the arm. If it was a bigger image, I would let that layer dry, then go in with the ivory again, just to give some shadowing and stuff like that. But with this card, it's just not going to happen. Oh, nice. I can't drink hot chocolate anymore. It's a very, very, very sad state of affairs. So I'm giving this dude a bead, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. Now, a lot of people that have made this card gave this dude a white bead, or just let it, or made a grey. I am, just for the sake of a bit of extra colour, giving him a bronze bead. Okay, because now we're going to move on to crowns. Now I'm going to go with a really weird combination, and you're going to go, Ellen, you're crazy. But I'm not. We are going to use dark Daffodil Delight and dark Soft Suede, and you get this beautiful crown colour. You're going to watch it from a distance, but you're going to go, oh my god, how does that work? So it doesn't matter which layer you start with, whether, I've got a bit of a raggedy end on that, may just need replacing, but that's okay. We will make it work. Okay. Crown done, crown done, crown done. Okay. So, dark Daffodil Delight is in there. Hello, Sylvia. Oh, you have barely missed anything. You've missed some stamping. When is Three Kings Day? Because I know I'm born on the Feast of St. Nicholas. So that is my birthday. And then we go in with the dark Soft Suede. And you can see we get this really nice brassy gold colour. And if you want it a bit more yellow, you can add another layer of the Daffodil Delight over the top, which I just will, just a dab. There we go. And we've got our beautiful crowns. Now, I'll show you that has none of the soft suede in it, and the soft suede would barely have any of the Daffodil Delight in it. So now that we've done that, I'm going to grab our grey granite colours and do our gifts. Okay, so we're going to do our gold, frankincense and myrrh. I have no idea which gift is it which, but because the gifts are so small, I'm going to add 0 shading. But the boxed gifts are going to be dark, and the bottle gift is going to be light because I assume it will be translucent. Oh, I'm sorry, Liz. You think it's the same day as the Epiphany, which is January 6th. Yes, I was in Rome on January 6th and I barely got to see anything in Rome, including missing out on going to the Colosseum, because in Italy the Feast of the Epiphany is a public holiday, or especially in Rome, because it's a holy day for them in Rome. Okay, Lisa, I just got booted off myself. So I am going to, okay, I'm back. I have no idea what's going on. Hello, Miss Bobby. I don't know. If anyone else gets booted off, please tell me. No, I just got booted off as well. Oh, Jamie, you've now got a star next to your name because you gave me a star. And so does Mr. Linda. Lovely. Okay, so now I just got booted off again. Okay, let me actually stand up and check my feed here. So it doesn't tell me. If you guys can indulge me for a second, I'm going to pop out of this screen on my phone and quickly check my Wi-Fi. So just indulge me for a second. I should know a few seconds. So don't refresh. Okay, I'm back. I wasn't able to join my other Wi-Fi network for some unknown reason. So let's just turn over to this so it's not so distracting for you guys. This one needs to go in the bin, which is why I'm using it. So I just want to show you what I've done with the gifts and all of that. I'm going to try very hard to pick one of these up and just pop it on the back of my hand so you can see how that gold tone is in the crown. Okay. Come on, Dill. And enter. And go away. Right. Let's see if we are any better, shall we? So thank you for indulging me there. Okay, so now we have, I'm just going to go through one colour at a time and colour in that colour on all the sections. So I've seen a lot of these coloured in, and I have found people, the ones I haven't liked are the ones where people have used a bazillion and one colours. I don't know where the rest of my wise men are. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so it's where they've used a bazillion and one colours, and it's kind of hurt my brain. And this is going to really, really annoy me, but I am going to just keep going. So I think I'm going to start with Pale Papaya, even though I've already used it in a few places. I would really like to finish this dude off. So I'm going in with the light and I'm just colouring his shawl, and I realised his gift also needs a little bit of attention. So to get that darkness in, I'm going to highlight some areas. So I'm going to highlight this part, and then I'm also going to dab in some shadow areas. That'll do. Okay, so now for this dude, just going to, because I've got the dark in my hand, I'm going to add in my shadowy areas first. Oh, I didn't mean to do that colour there, but that's fine. And then I'm going to go in with my light and make that edge all beautiful, of course. Spin him around. And that looks good, although I may go back and add a little bit of yellow in here. So I'm just going to keep the same colours for the same areas, just to make it easy, but stick with this one colour for all the Wisemen, and then change over to the next colour. So I do this one, I could do every second a dark and then a light, but I just decided to add the shadowing just under where I assume these the robes would be overlapping. So just like that, just like that. So this one I might like, now I've got the dark in my hand, I'd like to put that there. Where's my original card? I've done it all totally differently. So that dude, I'm going to do that. And I am missing a whole Wiseman. I know I had one almost, I don't know what's going on. So I am thinking I will make this jacket or shawl or whatever you would like to call it. So I'm highlighting like the shadows, and I'm making a section of this dark as well. Okay, then come in with the light, and then I can always go in with the dark. So just really go over that shadow section. Not so much here, but just where I've added in the shadows under the turban-y headpiece, and then just really blend that out. I forgot to do the cuff, and then just letting the rest be light. I really like that. I'm really happy. So I'm going to go in, check my comments, and I have no more comments, so that's fine. Okay, I have got all of those places. I can now go in, add a little bit more blending. That blending's good. Little bit more blending there. I'm happy with that. All three of them have pale papaya. Okay, so now I'm going to grab in my So Saffron. Okay, now I am going to take my light and I'm going to add some to this dude's turban just to change the colour up a little bit. So it's a bit different from his shawl. Aha, that worked a treat. So I'm going to go down this pattern section, do it on both, and then I'm going to come in with the dark and I'm going to add the shadow. So definitely add a shadow area, but also run a thin line just down there. I've got the dark, that's okay. I can put a little bit dark just pounced in that corner. Okay, so I think I want this part definitely in So Saffron, which would also mean he's got a bit of a turban under his head. I thought it was hair, so in my card I've coloured it hair colour, but on second, third look it is actually a turban. So there you go, you find things out, then go in with our light, colour that out. And this one I'm leaving with a white beard because obviously I missed him originally, and that's okay. And this dude, I think I'm going to want this part yellow. So I'm going to go in dark and I'm going to hit these areas with the dark down here. So just a bit of shadow and then blend out with the light. And then we've got, as it dries, you will really see, like with this one, you will see the shading. So yellow, yellow. This dude is done. So I can put him off to the side. And I need to do this dude. Okay, go in with the dark first. I know you are having a Zen moment. And that's why I'm there going, I can't have a Zen moment because I need to explain what I'm doing. I would normally be having a bit of a Zen moment myself. Now, I'm not imagining any super duper light source. I am really just looking at the fall of where I think the robes would fall. I think I've been in enough churches and church services and seen enough popes and deacons and all those types of people through my life to accurately imagine these things. And now we are just left with our mint macarons. So this has actually gone a lot quicker than I anticipated. So with these, I'm going to colour the flowers in the dark. Yes, these flowers are going to be coloured totally accurately because I'm also going to add in a titch of shadow. But you can see this is what a lot of my girls did. They used the dark to feature the fabric. Okay. And then they just went in with that lighter colour to make it tone on tone, and they did such beautiful jobs. I was really really happy with the results I was seeing them get. Oh, pretty. Okay, those two. Oh, his turban. Yeah, let's just make that mint macaron because it's just a follow on, just a repeat of colour. I think I did mean to make it so saffron, but I missed that, so we'll just make it a little bit different. It doesn't have to be the same. So just for the turbans, I just dab on some shadowing. It's nothing's real or meant to be realistic. It's just adding in some colour. So that's done, that's done. Let's do the head on these two, and then I'll make sure that these two don't go with the mint with this dude, because I want the colours in different places, if that makes sense. But I'm so glad you told me why you're quiet, Colleen. I don't think my colouring is mesmerising, but if you guys do, I think that's fantastic. And places where you got out of the lines a little bit, you can push back with the markers. And I don't think anyone's going to be looking uber close at these, really. And just a little bit of dabs of colour, especially down under the bead. That would definitely be in shadow. I'm happy to leave those as is. And we are down onto our very majestic, I love this robe. I think it's just stunning. Okay, so this is what I am going to do. So you just see I'm going in with the lines, really just going with it. So my classes, as you can imagine, were very silent, as they were literally asking for colours, and that was it. They were there going, who has? And that was the extent of the conversation during this card. But I do have lots of, oh, that's okay. I'll go in and add shadow under that shawl at the end. But yes, they did. My class girls and you guys always enjoy seeing me colour. I think it's because I do it a little bit differently, because I'm not necessarily as able-bodied as everyone else doing colouring. So it's good for me to demonstrate how I do it, and I'm still tried to be very light-handed. I don't go too heavy-handed, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of shadowing under that shawl, and because this is all wet, it will blend in. But that is done. What's time? That's good. I'm impressed that that colouring didn't take us too long. Rather than, I'm just going to pop all of these in here. Now, there was one gift that I hadn't coloured. So let me find that gift here. This dude here. Find that gift. Give that a colour. And then we're ready to assemble. Okay, I'll pop these off to the side. Let's pair our two together, but looks a bit, we are only, so I've got three there. I've got 1, 2, 3 there. And then we've got a rogue extra. I've got a rogue extra. Doesn't matter. It's just done. It was there. But I do have a rogue extra. And that's okay. Okay, that is so sticky. That can go away. This can go over with my little collection under my camera. So we need to fold 2 card bases. Bone folder. And this bit's going to be super duper easy because we have already done our stamping and we've already done our die cutting of our frame. So the rest of it is just wham bam, thank you ma'am, and getting these put together. Oh, I just suddenly had a great idea for the next card. So I hope this great tidings set really doesn't sell out too quickly, because I just came up with a great idea for our window pieces. Excuse me, let me have a drink of water here. And of course, I do recommend you wait till tomorrow. If you can't wait till tomorrow, I understand. And you can still get 10% off this bundle. Okay, so just some dots of glue. Bring that over. Pick it up and place it down. So I do think this is a very, very, very versatile set. I did allude to showing you some cards and they are right next to me. So please make sure I share those cards with you. Oh, and we need to do a teensy bit of weeding here. No, wrong one. Get my other take your pick tool. So I have the, oh, that just fell out. So this die cut, even though it's intricate, you can just see these pieces are literally falling out. They just need the tinsy bit of encouragement, but they're literally falling out. So just one there, one there. Rub my finger over the back and that's those pieces gone. So I like intricate dies where they just fall out exactly like that. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Right. Let's get rid of those little bits. I'm going to have to vacuum now. I think I had to vacuum after all the die cutting all of these in the first place. I just had bits everywhere. Hello Margine, how are you? Everyone's a bit quiet today because I've been die cutting. No, 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 no. Slide back and don't be obnoxious. Okay, that's better. That is going to stay exactly how that is. What someone has... Okay. Sorry, I got a message. I thought someone was having issues on here. Oh, no, a bit more weeding to do. Just one side. It depends on how I pick it up and do all of those things. I'm so sorry about the connection today. It's not been wonderful. The rain doesn't help with this house with my internet. I know why, but I'm up to the point of fixing it, but it's raining, so I can't fix it, which is a tad frustrating, but that's okay. Okay. And there we go. Just a slight wiggle. Okay, now we're going to be smart. Rather than these all going all over the floor, I'm going to get my little holder. There's my other one there. Okay, what happened with this? Apparently our Prime Minister is talking to us and I don't want to listen. So I kind of have an order about how I like these to sit. And it's either I like the tallest dude in the middle, or I like it in height order, which means this one should really go at the start. But I think I'm going to put this dude in the middle, and he's going to go on dimensionals. And then the other ones are just going to be glued down as is. I don't know why I stuck 3 down, because I'm only making 2 cards, but you know, I've got plenty next to me here, so they will just get done later. So I'm putting this one here, and I think I will get a mini one for the crown, because that will just work nicely. So Miss Margine, how are you? Because I've heard how everyone else is. I do hope you are well. Yes, that's better. Just a bit more support on the crown there. I do love the mini dimensionals for just that very thing. I cannot believe I have finished about 4 sheets of these between the ones here at my craft desk and my class ones. I think I've finished 3 sheets in about 3 days. Very satisfying when that happens. I think you guys will be seeing a lot of edges used, so I'll show you in videos to come how I use the edges. Okay, now don't forget, I still need to show you those other cards. Okay, so this and this. I'm going to stick the other ones down first, and then our man in the middle, and I'm going to make it so, I'll show you in just a second. Probably using a titch too much glue, but what I want is I want this dude to go over the edge of the frame, so I don't want any trapped space between the frame and, just make him a little, come on, I just want him a little straighter because I can see the straight edge, and of course I moved him, but that is fine. That is fine. You're fine, just high. Oh, first day back at work. Yuck. Never liked the first day back at work. That's always, yeah, I struggled yesterday at work myself. Mind you, I think I ended up doing 5 hours of driving and not leaving like a, I don't know, 10k radius of my house yesterday. It was impressive. I must say, David was highly impressed with how much I ran after the kids yesterday. So I've got them coming out of the frame because that's the look I personally like. Like the frame or the vignette, or however you want to describe it, is just there to make sure they're corralled, but going outside of it is okay because it's just a part of the background. So I've pulled those off. Their robes are potentially going to be going across each other. Come on. And just make sure that's a little straighter. And there we go. I dropped my other Wiseman on the floor, so I'm just going to pick him up. So I've still got gems to add to that, but that's okay. Got itchy nose happening here and everything. Ah, yes, you would have struggled. Was the retreat good, Jamie? I was very jealous of the company you had at that retreat. So many people I knew. Okay, so there, and our back dude. So what did you think of the colours that I chose? I'm very interested to hear about what you think of the colours, whether you think they are actually regal, considering they are definitely subtle. So the pale papaya isn't in colour, but it definitely holds on the subtle side of our colour families. Yes, exactly. It was amazing. I'm so glad it was amazing, Jamie. Okay, making sure I haven't missed any comments because I was doing a lot of heads down work this video, but you guys were just mesmerised. You were being kind, which is lovely. Okay, missing Miss Cindy, but I know she is with her mum. I saw her on an earlier live, and I know she's like in a different time zone, I think, to her normal time zone. Okay, I'm going to empty my rubbish. That is emptied. I'm going to recap my glue. Pop my bone folder away. Pop my scissors and my spatula away. Do a bit of, oh, see? My chair is very obnoxious at the moment. Okay, so everyone had a good go at my blue adhesive back gems. So we're just working with what we've got left. So we technically have Balmy Blue, which is a colour that we had, and Night of Navy. But because they're iridescent, they're not terribly different from Misty Moonlight. I'm going to put one there. Now, I had lots of people putting them around here. They were doing beautiful designs, but I just want to keep it nice and simple. Just bring your eyes that there is a sentiment. And I think I'm just going to use 2 of the dark ones. Alright, this time. Oh, and there you go. They've both moved on me. So they will be the ones that I use because they're already, oh, this one now doesn't want to move. Okay, so just a little bit of bling, just a little bit, and I will pop these back. So, just to go through, oh no, before we go, close up look at my dodgy colouring. That actually looks quite fine, but it's still a bit bodgy. It's not precision colouring, and I never profess to do precision colouring. So that is what I have done. That's a look at the gifts. Let me see. There you go. That's a look at the gifts. And let's have a look. I'm assuming you would like to see the other cards I have made using the Wisemen Tidings and Great Tidings Stampin' die set bundle. So, because I wasn't able to stamp quite a lot with my customers during lockdown because we weren't together, I did a lot with the dies. So for this card, this was last month, I just cut out the dies in a silhouette. Actually, I've got them in exactly the same trio, but I am going to do some cards just using one of the Wisemen. But I did that using the Simply Elegant paper, bit of foil and black cardstock. I know, you're all falling over. And then I made this one using I used an embossing folder for the grass. I used some of our colour collection paper. I stamped onto the gold gilding. There is a video for this one because I think we made this one together. So that's this one. So the gold gilding on the foam adhesive sheets. This one I used the, what's the paper called? The gold and rose gold paper, which is brushed. I did some ink blending on the middle piece and I cut this piece out and then inlaid it back in. So this actually pairs with my frameable piece I did for the Christmas Stampathon last month. So I made a card and I made a frame. So this one's using the gold gilding and this one was using the foil sheet. So I changed it up. I haven't got my Christmas decorations up, maybe this weekend, but it is my birthday weekend this weekend. So I normally protest to putting up Christmas decorations before my birthday. But because my birthday falls next Monday, I think I'll have to do it this weekend. Because the weekend after is my cousin's 21st and there's too much happening. So what we used today, we used the Great Tidings stamp set. We used the Wisemen Tidings dies. We used the Stampin blends and the blue adhesive back gems. And we made these cute cards. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember that this bundle, the individual products are 50% off tomorrow as part of our last chance. Oh, thank you. It's not yet. Next week. I'm holding on to the fact that I've not aged yet, even though I age every day. I haven't aged yet. It hasn't been my birthday. But yes, 50% off both of these, so you can buy them individually with 50% off each product, and they're only 10% off in the bundle, but they will be going away. So I'm celebrating them a little bit early. It was great to catch you, Jay. I hope you're working during the time together. I do hope. And of course, I love my Stampin blends. You guys know how much easier it helps. How much easier it makes my colouring, and it makes it look like I do an amazing job where I really only do a half-assed job. But anyway, so if you guys want to join me for another live video, I will be live on YouTube at 12 noon on Thursday, and I'll be showing you another card from class. I haven't decided which one I'm going to show you. Actually, I have. I know which one I'll show you. I think I may change my mind between now and then, but I will actually, I may be on a little bit earlier on Thursday because I think I've got a meeting. I will have to check my diary. I think I'm good. I think it's next Thursday. There is so much stuff happening in the Woodbridge house. I hope at some stage I will get to write my Christmas cards and send some of you lovelies a Christmas card. It may be late for those who do not live in Australia, but I do hope to send a large majority of you a Christmas card just to thank you for all your love and support. So don't forget to subscribe and like me on both Facebook and YouTube so you don't miss out on any of my live videos. Have an amazing couple of days, and I will catch you on Thursday, and I will put up a post on Thursday telling you when I will be live. See you guys. That's okay, Colleen, my